Hey everyone, welcome to this week's second video lecture. In this video lecture, we're going to be talking about the layers of the atmosphere. In the last video lecture, we talked about air pressure and how at different altitudes, air pressure and air density vary. In this video lecture, we're going to talk about the layers of the atmosphere and the different characteristics each layer has. So let's get started. So as you go higher and higher into the atmosphere, air pressure and temperature change. Because of this, scientists classify the atmosphere into 5 layers based on changes in temperature. The first layer is the troposphere, second is the stratosphere, after that we have the mesosphere, after we have the thermosphere, and finally we have the exosphere. So in the next couple slides, we're going to be talking about each of the different layers of the atmosphere and some characteristics of those layers. All right, so the inner or lowest layer in Earth's atmosphere is the troposphere. The troposphere ranges from 0 to 16 kilometers from the ground. So to put that in perspective, some of the tallest mountains in the world are only about 8 kilometers tall. So you have almost another 8 kilometers. If you're standing at the top of Mount Everest, you have another almost 8 kilometers until you get out of the troposphere. The troposphere also contains most of the weather that occurs on our planet. It also contains a majority of the air molecules, even though that there's many more kilometers of atmosphere above the troposphere. Most of the air molecules in our atmosphere are relatively close to the Earth's surface, and the troposphere is heated by the Earth's surface. So that means as you get higher in the troposphere, it gets much colder, and the temperature actually drops roughly 3 degrees every 1,000 feet. So if you were on a beach and it was an 80-degree day and you took a hot air balloon up to 10,000 feet, the temperature would actually drop roughly 30 degrees. So if it was 80 degrees at the ocean, you went up 10,000 feet, the temperature up there would be roughly about 50 degrees. All right, next up we have the second layer of the atmosphere, and it's called the stratosphere. So the stratosphere ranges from 16 to 50 kilometers from the ground. Most large planes, so if you're flying in a commercial airliner, that plane is most likely going to be flying in the stratosphere. The stratosphere also contains the ozone layer, which is a layer of the atmosphere made up of special oxygen molecules. These oxygen molecules shelter us from harmful UV radiation. And because the ozone layer absorbs some of the UV radiation from the sun, it actually makes this layer slightly warmer than the layer below it, because obviously those air molecules are absorbing energy from the sun, warming up. So that means it's also warming up that layer of the atmosphere. All right, the third and middle layer of Earth's atmosphere is the mesosphere. The word meso means middle. This layer is between 15 and 80 kilometers above the ground. Temperatures in this layer drastically drop due to the little amount of ozone and matter in general so there's nothing really to absorb heat in this layer of the atmosphere, making it very cold. And this is also the layer that meteors can enter our atmosphere, and typically they burn up in this layer. So anytime you see a shooting star in the night sky, that is a meteor entering Earth's atmosphere, and by the time it gets to the mesosphere, that's the layer of the atmosphere in which these meteors are burning up. All right, so the second to last layer of Earth's atmosphere is called the thermosphere. This layer is a little bit larger than the layers we've been talking about, and this layer ranges from 90 to 500 kilometers above the ground. This is the quote-unquote hottest layer of the atmosphere. But if you were to take a trip to the thermosphere, you would actually feel very cold. And this is because the air molecules are so far apart, but they have high energy and they're moving very quickly, aka they are hot. But because these air molecules are spaced so far apart, you're not going to come into contact with those air molecules. So even though this is the hottest layer of the atmosphere, you wouldn't necessarily feel warm if you were to visit this. This layer also filters out gamma and X-rays, which are not good for us. These are high energy forms of electromagnetic radiation, and we do not want to be exposed to these forms of radiation. So it's good that the thermosphere filters out this radiation. The thermosphere also contains the aurora borealis, aka the northern lights. So if you've ever been to the above the Arctic Circle, which I've never been there, I don't know anyone who ever has, but if you ever do take a venture to northern Canada, and you get to see the aurora borealis for yourself, you will now know that this occurs in the thermosphere. And finally, this is the layer that the International Space Station is in. The International Space Station is not technically in space, it's in low Earth orbit, and it's in the thermosphere. All right, and finally, we have the exosphere. The exosphere is the outermost layer of Earth's atmosphere. This layer ranges from 500 to 10,000 kilometers above the ground, so a huge range here. Has no matter, and eventually it just the exosphere kind of just turns into space. Basically, the exosphere is almost space, and this is the layer of Earth's atmosphere in which satellites orbit around the Earth. All right, so that's it for this week's video lecture. You will have a quiz to do on this information immediately after this. I might also have you watch another video, so look out for that. As always, if you have any questions, shoot me an email or message me on Google Classroom. Other than that, I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you in class.